Okay, good evening and welcome to this week's weekly training. So tonight we're going to be talking about the benefits of WordPress. And so I've had a few, some interest in that, and so more things, diving into more about WordPress and what benefits. And so I found a few. I mean, there's um, many different, things that WordPress has available to, that are useful for you for using your WordPress for your website. But I'm just going to talk about like 5 of them tonight. And so then I'm going to also show you some of the things that it has available. So it's right here is the back end of WordPress. And so this is the main thing. So when you log into the back end, this is what you'll see. And so tonight I wanted to talk about, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is themes. WordPress has free themes to choose from. They have over 8,000 themes to choose from. So you can build a simple site, a membership site, e-commerce, your store, you have a store, a bakery. I mean, whatever you could think of, they might have it. So let's take a look. So right here in appearance, you're going to find the themes. So I'm going to click on that. So right now I have this one. I have 2 in here right now. And so you're going to click on the add new. And so this is where you can search. And as you can see right here, there's, many to look at, to choose from. For photography, for, many things. Your blog, your VA, your virtual assistant, your health coach. And so right here, you can type in, and you can, I typed in daycare, and so it comes up with, many things. It's got pet, a pet shop, a preschool nursery, student education, kindergarten, web education, babysitter daycare. Maybe you want to make a babysitting website. Let's see. And so this is a good thing to show because some of them it has it there because it's an open source, so the themes are made by other people, and so this right here is to let you know that in order to use this one, I need to update the version of WordPress that I have. That's something to look into. But let's see, I can type in, type in health coach. And so let's see what comes up. And so right there, you've got different ones you can choose from for your health coach website. You can, let's see, I'll put in an artist. So there, and it's even makeup artist, regular paintings, drawing, singing, music artists. So many options to choose from, and they're and you can opt in for free ones or paid ones. They have the option. So you see right here, you can download things. So you've bought a thing from somewhere else, you can upload it. Of course, when you buy it, make sure that it's compatible for WordPress, and that's what it's used for. You can upload things there. So that's, something there. So that's like one big benefit for WordPress. And most of them are already responsive. So that means that they're for phone. So when, you're scrolling on phone, because that's what most people use, is your cell phone when you're looking at things, and so it's compatible to your cell phone, to tablets, and so things like that. And so that's something also important to remember when you're doing your website, making it responsive. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is pricing. And so with WordPress, it doesn't cost anything to use this platform. So you see this back end of WordPress does not cost to use it. So it has that option, so you can free it. So the one thing is that you do have to factor in though is the domain name, your web hosting, so where you'll house your website once you've built it, theme costs, um, if you choose to purchase the theme, plugins. There's also plugins that do cost, but it just depends on which ones you use. And then website maintenance. So if you decide you don't have the time to do your website maintenance, and you source it out. So those are things. But other than that, those are domain names. It doesn't have to cost a lot to find your domain name. So that's something to think about. And so plugins, that kind of ties into the next thing for WordPress, the plugins and apps. It also has over 58,000 plugins to choose from SEO, helping with SEO to your membership sites, your calendar. Think of something and you can search it to see if they have it. So here, if you can see the plugins, so you'll click there. And then these are the plugins that I have right now for my website. And so to add new, you'll just go here. And then you can search, just like the themes, they have, you can search plugins. So let's see. I'll type in this. If I spell it right. And so, they've got this booking calendars, appointments and events, booking package. And so if you have, sometimes they even have like Calendly, which is the one that I use. And so here it is right here. I use this Calendly embedder. So I can embed my Calendly into my website, and I can show the dates available. So if you want to take that option, so that's something to think about. So and you can look up, membership sites, your email. And so let's see. And it also has a plugin to use if you do it that way for Active Campaign. And so, just whatever you're looking for, SEO, Yoast SEO. So that's the one that I use. And so that kind of helps you can optimize it. And it also has different plans. So you have the free one, then you can also, go up if you want more options, more things available. So this is available for paying. So that's me. And then so the next thing I wanted to talk about kind of ties into that SEO, the search engine optimization. It has improved advanced SEO and control your site's structure. And so, like I said, there's many plugins available for the SEO. And so some of SEO, let's see. So I had a few that I wanted to show. SEO Press is one. And it's a powerful plugin optimization for SEO. And so it boosts your traffic and improves social sharing, build custom HTML, and all of those things. And so that's something to think about. Let's see, there's another one. Let's see, I'm just going to copy it here. W3 Total Cache. And so it improves the SEO. It helps with SEO also. Core Web Vitals, overall user experience of your site, increases web performance. And so I have this one. Let's see. There's just so many to choose from and so you just have to decide which one that you want to use. And there's many great ones out there to use. And so it's just, you have that availability through through WordPress, and they're free, so that's even a better option. And so the last thing that I wanted to talk about is it's open source. So an open source software is whose source code is available for modification or enhancement by anyone. And so that means so it's updated, so it's always updating. So that's another thing also when you're doing maintenance, to go in and check your WordPress. Check your links, check the plugins, because that's why they're up. There's always updates for the plugins because they're always, you know, redoing them, making them better and adding new things to them to make them work even better for you. so it's And so if there's something that you need for your website, that's why there's so many, available plugins, available themes and things like that. And there's also updates on the themes, so it's good to go in and check your back end of your website to make sure those things stay updated. So those are just some of the things, with WordPress. Some of the cost, the I think the main things to think about when you're trying to figure out, which platform to use, the cost, the themes, what plugins available, themes available, an open source concept. If you're restricted to, just that platform, and so that's and what and also domain availability. Like, what domain do you have to use their domain, or can you use, especially if you already have one, can you use theirs? So those are things to think about when you're checking a platform to use for your website. So like I said, and if you're still stuck and you can't decide, which platform to use, please schedule a 30-minute consultation with me. They're free. I'm offering free right now, and so I can go in and talk it with you, and we can figure out which source, which platform will be best for you for your business. So please comment below, post your questions even after this training is over, and I will get to them and I will post the answers and respond to them. See you next week.